There is a person in your life right now who smiles at you and wishes quietly that you would fail. You already know who it is. You have felt it. That strange coldness behind a warm hug. That silence after your good news, that's not paranoia. That's perception. And today, we're going to talk about the people who pretend to love you and the brutal truth about why they do it. Nobody announces betrayal. Nobody walks up to you and says, "I'm going to hurt you." Betrayal wears the mask of loyalty. It sits at your dinner table. It laughs at your jokes. It calls you family. The most dangerous people are never the ones who hate you openly. They are the ones who love you conditionally and hide the conditions. Here is the first hard truth. Love that depends on your weakness is not love. It is control wearing a disguise. Think about it. Some people only feel close to you when you are struggling. When you're broke, sad, unsure, small, they show up. They comfort you. They stay close. But the moment you start rising, the moment your life gets better, your work gets noticed, your face lights up with confidence, something changes. The warmth turns cold. The support turns into subtle sarcasm. Compliments turn into comparisons. That is not love breaking. That is love that was never real, finally showing its true shape. Why does this happen? Because real affection celebrates your growth. Fake affection feeds on your need. A person who only loves the version of you that depends on them is not in love with you. They are in love with their own importance. And when you no longer need saving, you become a threat to their identity. This is where most people get confused, because pretend love does not look evil. It looks caring. It looks close. It uses words like, "I'm just being honest," or "I only tell you this because I love you." But listen carefully. Real love builds you up in private and defends you in public. Fake love builds you up in public and quietly cuts you down in private. If someone only supports you when others are watching, that support was never for you. It was for their image. Here's where it gets even darker. Some of the people pretending to love you are not doing it out of hatred. They don't even know they're doing it. They are acting from a wound they never healed, jealousy they never admitted, insecurity they never faced. Hurt people don't always become healers. Some of them become quiet collectors of other people's pain because it makes their own pain feel smaller. This is one of the most uncomfortable truths about human nature. Some people need you to stay a little broken because your brokenness makes them feel safe. Now ask yourself something you may not want to ask. Have you ever shrunk yourself around someone without knowing exactly why? Have you ever hidden good news because some tiny part of you feared their reaction more than you looked forward to their joy? That feeling is not random. That is your intuition, refusing to be silenced by good manners. Silence is where fake love hides best. People assume betrayal is loud, a scream, a scandal, a dramatic exit. But most betrayal is silent. It is the friend who forgets to invite you. It is the family member who praises everyone except you. It is the partner who listens to your dreams and later repeats them as jokes. Silence is not empty. Silence is often where the truth is loudest, if you are brave enough to listen to it. And here is the twist most people never expect. The people who pretend to love you the most convincingly are usually the ones who study you the closest. They know your weak spots because you handed them the map yourself, out of trust. That is the cruel irony of human connection. The closer someone gets, the more power they have to either protect you or quietly destroy you. Love and manipulation often use the exact same entry point, your desire to be understood. So how do you protect yourself without becoming cold, without becoming someone who trusts no one? The answer is not to stop loving people. The answer is to stop confusing attention with affection and stop confusing comfort with loyalty. Watch actions during your winning moments, not your losing ones. Anyone can hold your hand when you're falling. The rare ones are the ones who don't disappear, don't compete, and don't shrink you when you rise. There is a deeper layer here, one most people avoid because it is uncomfortable. Sometimes the person pretending to love you is not someone else. Sometimes it's you. You pretend to accept a version of love that isn't real, because facing the truth means admitting you were wrong about someone. Or worse, admitting you were lonely enough to accept less than you deserved. This is why so many people stay in fake love longer than they should. It's not because they can't see it. It's because seeing it means losing the comfort of pretending everything is fine. But here's the brutal wisdom hidden inside all of this pain. Clarity is not cruelty. Seeing people clearly is not betrayal. It's finally choosing yourself. You are not required to keep loving loudly people who love you quietly and only when it benefits them. You are not obligated to keep excusing behavior just because time has passed or blood ties exist. Time does not make disrespect acceptable. Familiarity does not make betrayal forgivable. The strongest people are not the ones who never get hurt by fake love. The strongest people are the ones who finally stop negotiating with it. They stop asking, why don't they love me the way I love them? And start asking, why did I keep offering real love to someone giving me a performance? That single shift in questioning is where real power begins. Not revenge. Not bitterness. Just clear, quiet awareness, and the willingness to walk away from anything that requires you to shrink in order to be kept. So here's the final and darkest truth of all. You cannot force someone to stop pretending. You cannot beg someone into authenticity. You cannot manufacture real love out of someone determined to perform it, instead of feel it. The only power you actually have is the power to stop accepting the performance as payment for your loyalty. The moment you stop settling for the illusion of love, pretenders lose their only weapon, your willingness to tolerate the gap between their words and their actions. This is not a lesson about becoming cold or distrustful of everyone. It is a lesson about becoming impossible to deceive because you refuse to deceive yourself first. The people who suffer least from pretenders are not the ones who never get lied to. They are the ones who see clearly, accept quickly, and release without begging reality to be something it refuses to be. So the next time someone says the words, but their actions whisper something else entirely, listen to the whisper. The next time someone claims devotion but disappears the moment sacrifice is required, believe the disappearance, not the declaration. And the next time you feel that quiet nagging sense that something does not match, trust that feeling more than you trust their explanation. Because in the end, love that requires you to ignore the truth was never love at all. It was a performance you were paying for with your peace. And the moment you stop applauding, the moment you stop pretending not to notice, that is the moment you finally, truly become free. Stop looking for a home in someone who treats you like a temporary guest. You are the architect of your own sanctuary. If this video opened your eyes to something you've been avoiding, don't scroll past it in silence. Type the words, "I see it now," in the comments, because someone else reading this needs to know they're not imagining it either. And if you want more of these hard truths, the ones most people are too afraid to say out loud, subscribe. This channel exists for exactly one reason: to help you see people and yourself with brutal, healing clarity. Because the truth doesn't need volume, it just needs you to stop looking away. We'll see you in the next one.